Hey y'all, it's Stephanie, and I'm here today in the BarBend test kitchen to talk to you about home meal delivery services. Today we have one of the biggest players in the home meal delivery service game, Blue Apron. We're going to take you through the whole experience, everything from grabbing the box off of your front porch to unboxing, unpackaging. We're going to talk through freshness of ingredients, the entire cooking experience, and we're even going to go so far as to break down nutrition so you can decide if Blue Apron is a meal service that would be good for you. So let's get cooking. So if you get to the end of this review and you don't feel like Blue Apron is a good choice for you, you can check out some of our top picks by Googling BarBend plus best home meal delivery services. So let's talk a little bit about Blue Apron's background. They were founded in 2012 in New York City, and they offer 8 menu choices each week for you to choose from. Beyond that, if you live in California, you can pop into a Costco and pick up a box yourself rather than ordering online. Another cool thing to note is they have a really comprehensive blog where they offer how-to videos, cooking demonstrations, recipes, and a cookbook as well, which is pretty cool. And they go so far as to offer you a wine service and a marketplace where you can pick up supplies for your kitchen. Let's dive into the unboxing. So this showed up at my front door looking just like it does, no blemishes, no concerns. Pop it open, and there's a really nice cellophane wrapper on the inside that keeps everything nice and condensed and helps keep it chilly, which it was. Awesome. Fresh ingredients are kept separately from the meat in the bottom, and everything's packaged separately. So it's really easy to grab it out of the box. You know what goes with what recipe. And something that I'd really like to mention about Blue Apron is that their produce looked amazing. It was essentially unblemished. Everything was really fresh, so high marks for that. All right, let's check out what was inside our box. We ordered 2 meals. We got Spanish-styled stewed chickpeas and tandoori-style roasted chicken. And they send you a full-color recipe card with finished dish on the back, step-by-step instructions, and a list of ingredients. In our chickpea dish, we got 2 eggs, couscous, garlic, sweet peppers, feta cheese, capers, tomatoes, chickpeas, a yellow onion, a bunch of mint, and a Spanish spice blend. The tandoori style roasted chicken came with chicken, cabbage, a pepper, tomato chutney, farro Greek yogurt, and a lime. All right, now that we got everything out of the box, let's walk through the cooking experience and find out what that was like. We started out with our chickpea dish, and again, they give you this super awesome full color recipe card with step-by-step instructions on the back. I started out and made sure all my produce was cleaned up and did all the chopping. While I did that, I let my couscous and my eggs go on the stove. All of the vegetables cooked in one pan, which I appreciated. It just makes it easier, especially cleanup. Everything cooked right on time. They said 30 minutes beginning to end, and we were right on the nose there, so that was awesome. Then we moved on to the tandoori chicken. This dish took 45 minutes, but only because the chicken takes a little bit longer to cook. So again, washed up all the produce, chopped it, got the veggies roasting in the oven while the chicken marinated. Then we added the chicken a little bit later while the farro cooked on the stove, and we came in right on the nose again at 45 minutes. Okay, let's tackle the topic of taste. Before we get into this, I think it's important to note that my taste and flavor preferences may not be in line with yours. So just because I like something or don't like something doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna feel the same way, but I'll walk you through my experience with the dish and help you hopefully make a really good decision. So I was a huge fan of the chickpea dish. I thought it was really interesting. It felt like I was eating something healthy, but it was also, it was entertaining, for lack of a better way to put it. You had the couscous and the smoothness of the egg and a little bit of a salty bite from the feta, and the peppers were really yummy. I really enjoyed this dish. if you're into clean eating or healthy eating, I think you're gonna be really happy with this choice. Moving on to the tandoori chicken. If you're an Indian food fan, but you also like to eat in a healthy way, I think this is going to be right up your alley. So the marinade on the chicken had a little bit of that spicy kick to it, like you would expect with Indian food, but it was balanced really well with a nice yogurt sauce, the zing from the lime, and the farro. So if you're an Indian food fan, I say go for it. Okay guys, if you are into nutrition, you are gonna dig this section. We thought that Blue Apron did a phenomenal job in breaking down the nitty-gritty details around the nutrition attached to their meals. When you're ordering, it's really easy to find a nutritional breakdown attached to the specific meal that you're interested in. And we were pleasantly surprised to find when our box arrived that there was a card included with a nutritional breakdown of each meal offered on their menu that week. And they don't just break down the macros. If you're looking at protein, carbs, and fat, that's fine. But you can look at this card and find out not only what the FDA recommends around sodium and cholesterol intake for a day, but you can also find out how much sugar is in the dish, how much sodium is in the dish. So if those things are important to you, you're gonna love Blue Apron. Now, if you're into weight loss, is Blue Apron a good choice for you? I will say, like I was just boasting around their nutritional breakdown, it does make it easy to find that information. And then they have a menu partnership with Weight Watchers where they're creating healthy meals that are standardized by the weight loss point system. So if you're somebody who understands Weight Watchers, if you're into that, if you know the point system, this might be ideal for you. On the other hand, if you don't, I'm not exactly sure how well that would work for you because you're not going to fully understand what you're getting or how the points qualify. So you might have to do a little bit of research. And again, where they break down the macros and the nutrition attached to the meals, that's fantastic, but they don't offer, I guess, meal plans for specific styles of eating. So if you're paleo, if you're keto, if you're gluten-free, you can't hop on and tick boxes and have those preferences dialed into your eating style. Something to note though, that their blog is a good resource for learning more about paleo eaters or keto diets. So if you're exploring more, you're interested in that style of eating, you might want to check out their blog, but overall you may have to do a little bit of digging to find the specific meals with Blue Apron that will work well for you. Let's chat about cost. So if you order off Blue Apron's signature menu, which seems to be the most popular, you're gonna get 2 meals for $9.99 with a $7.99 shipping cost attached to that. If you go to 3, then the shipping cost falls away and the cost stays the same. So it's $9.99. If you're interested in the family meal, you can get your cost all the way down to $7.49 with free shipping. Per serving, if you add to that, goes up a little bit, but your shipping cost is going to stay free with that plan. Something to note. We felt like Blue Apron came in middle of the road, really fair with pricing. We're happy with that. Let's talk a little bit about ease of customization with Blue Apron. So they do allow you to change your delivery day each week, which is helpful. You can also skip a week whenever you don't want to receive meals. They also offer the wine service, which is pretty cool. Also, you can tick off on a list if you don't want something like shellfish to show up, or you're a vegetarian, or you prefer chicken to pork. Things like that, they make it really easy. They also offer 20-minute meal options. So if you're somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of time, or you're not that big into cooking, but you want to eat in a pretty healthy way, might be a good option for you. So in the end, who is Blue Apron going to be really good for? So some of the pros attached to Blue Apron. We really enjoyed the user experience on the website. It was pretty easy to navigate. It was simple to find our meals. So overall, that made it really easy. They also allow some customizable options in the way of skipping a week if you don't want to receive meals. You can also go on and tick off if you don't want to get any seafood or you only want to receive vegetarian options. They did a really great job there. We were also super impressed with their nutritional breakdown. They get really granular. They go beyond macros and break it down into sodium and FDA recommendations which is really helpful, especially if you're somebody who's watching what they eat or you're interested in losing a little bit of weight, which brings us to their partnership with Weight Watchers. If you're somebody who understands that program and is looking to shed a few pounds, that might be a great option for you. You can also hop onto their blog, which does a really great job talking a little bit more around what kind of different eating plans are available, good information there, some how-tos in the kitchen, even cooking demos. So if that interests you, you're gonna be really impressed with them as well. And high marks for produce. It's not easy to ship produce across the country and have it show up in a pristine manner, and Blue Apron pulled that off. On the flip side, let's talk about the cons with Blue Apron. We felt like compared to some of the other home meal delivery services, their 8 meal options each week is a little bit limited. Going beyond that, if you're trying to follow a specific eating plan, if you're somebody who's gluten-free, you're pescatarian, you're keto, you're paleo, all of those different things, you may be even further limited with only 8 choices. We would really like to see that translate into customizable options on the website, but right now it isn't there. They do offer some resources on the blog around those things, but following a specific eating plan might be a little bit challenging for you with Blue Apron. All right, guys, that's a wrap on our Blue Apron home meal delivery service review. Overall, we were pretty impressed with our experience. Where we felt like the weekly meal choices were a little bit limited, we were super pleased with the meals that we did get. They were flavorful, interesting, the cooking time was right on the money, and we enjoyed the experience. If you don't think that Blue Apron is for you, you can Google BarBend plus best home meal delivery services and check out some of the other options. If you've had experience with Blue Apron, positive or negative, comment below and let us know what your experience was like.